What's good? Welcome to First Street Podcast. On today's episode of First Street Podcast, we got the one and only Smoking Joe right here with us. The Preakness is coming up on Saturday. So we got to bring our guy in so we can get in touch with what horses, what we need to do, where we need to place our money, who's the favorite. Say it, hit the intro music for us, please. Let's get ready to go.
You gotta give me a pre-warning, player.
Oh, wow. Hey,
You moved
this
that.
is what happens when
You moved that.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Say it from the South, so he read GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show.
Welcome back to First String Podcast. Do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. And of course, y'all know the most important thing is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. It helps us grow. And that's what we do is grow. Don't forget to give us that good thumbs up as well. So say it. How are you? How you doing?
Not too bad, my brother. You know, it's been a rough couple of days. You know, oh man, tired.
Yeah.
Work has been tremendous. It's been a lot of work. Busy.
Yeah, I'm feeling your pain. Well, we got Smoking Joe McKay here with us, right? So that must mean that we got some people about to, well, some horses about to hit the track, and Joe is here to break it down with us. Let us know who he feels is the favorite, where we should place the money, and where the smart money's going. Joe, right off the rip, we know that we're not going to have a Triple Crown winner because the winner of the Kentucky Derby will not run in a Preakness.
Oh, yeah.
So is journalism the favorite here as well?
Journalism is going to be the favorite again, just like he was in the Kentucky Derby. So he should win. I think when we spoke last, I know that I picked him and he ran second, but I did say to play him with, exactas, and one of the horses was Sovereignty.
Yes.
And I ended up, I boxed, because I think I told you guys I had future wagers on journalism.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that the only two horses that could beat me on that day were, like the way the track was playing was Sovereignty and Baeza. So what I did is I did a big triple box of those three. That was my main bet. So it ended up being a good day for me because I paid for like a $2 triple. It paid, I think, $464.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a really good day.
it was a good day. Now I bet more than the $2 because like you have to box the exactas, but it's the amount of times that I had it. So I had it. I'd just say a lot of times.
I know
Um,
that's right.
yeah, yeah. So it depends on who I mean, we know that journalism, the two is going to be the favorite, right? So right now in the early odds, he's 3-2, which I would take all day just to bet him to win, right?
Yep.
But we're always trying to find an exacta to see who's being overbet. And right now the second favorite is Clever again. That's the 8 horse. Okay. Um, and if you try to hook up, I guess the first two favorites in an exacta in a 9 horse field, it's not going to pay that. Like it's not going to pay that much money.
Hmm.
And we're going to look for value here. And my main play is just going to be one straight exacta with a little reverse. So I'm going to take the 2 journalism and I'm going to play him over American Promise, the 3, the other horse who ran it in the Kentucky Derby.
Yep.
American Promise was one of the horses that I said to use. He's trained by Wayne Lucas. He was a horse that had run over a sloppy surface, right? Um, and he got kind of caught in a speed duel, and then he got banged out. He got banged around, like when they first kind of came out of the gate, and he had some true trouble. And he's a big horse, and he's not like a. Some horses can like they could like stop, and then they have a second and a third gear. He's not that sort of horse. And Wayne Lucas said that too because he's a big athlete. So I think he's going to get a much better trip. And Bob Beffert's got the 1 who's lightly raced. And then the 8, again, is lightly raced. The history of this race always kind of, says that if you participate in the Kentucky Derby, you're going to run well in this race.
Right.
Journalism is the deserving favorite. Um, I don't know whether, and he had encountered some trouble. And the trainer said that he didn't have a big excuse. He said he got beat by a better horse that day. It might have been a little bit closer because I think that uh, journalism, if he didn't get banged around early, he probably would have been a lot closer. He was eating. I mean, that track was muddy. And if you were out, I'm not sure if you saw Pimlico today. Like it's been raining around our area, storms
Yeah.
left and right, and they had to delay the Black Eyed Susan, which is the big race for the Phillies, sort of like the Kentucky Oaks was, for probably at about an hour because crazy storms hit. It's going to be a much better day tomorrow. There are a chance of some storms. Uh, it should be a fast track with a little bit of moisture. It's not going to be the same sort of day that they had at Churchill Downs 2 weeks ago, unless there's still 30% chance of storms. And
Right.
if the storms hit, it's not going to affect the 2 because he went through that already. And I think it would like help the 3 horse. There's going to be less horses. He's really fit off the race. Um, the 2-3. I can't tell you what it's paying right now. The 2's 3-2. The 3 is he was his early odds were 12-1, and right now he's 9-1. Who I'm betting against? I'm betting against Sandman again. They made Sandman the second favorite in the Kentucky Derby. I didn't like him at all. The reason they made him the second favorite is one of the owners. He's got a real small percentage. His name is Griffin Johnson. He is a influencer on social media. So he's got over 1 million followers on like TikTok and TikTok and other um, social media platforms. And these people bet their money on Sandman. It was like I'm going to say bad money. So the same thing's going to happen again. And I know he can't win. He could maybe plop up and run third, but he needs everything to go right for him uh, for him to be in the money, and he's going to attract, eventually he's going to attract a lot of money tomorrow because of the social media
The
aspect
influencer.
of him. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so with it being less horses in this race, right?
There's 9 horses. Yep.
9 horses in this race. We got your 1, we got your 2. Well, the 2 and the 8, the 2 and the 8 horse, right?
Yeah.
Who could come out of nowhere to shock everybody here, Joe? Who's your long shot?
Well, I'm looking right now. I mean, my long shot's going to be the 3. I mean, he's that I like just a straight exact 2 over 3. The 3's 9-1, and I think the 3's got a small chance. I think the 3's got the best chance of any of the other horses to win at
Because he's a
9-1.
mutter? Because he's a mutter, or because he likes a track that's moist?
Because he ran in the Kentucky Derby and he had an excuse, and he's got a bottom. And that race was 2 weeks ago, he's got a lot of races in him. So you call that he's got a bottom to him. The rest of the horses are lightly raced. I don't really like the one, Bob Baffert's horse. They're going to bet Bob Baffert's horse because he's Bob Baffert, right? That's the
Right.
That's the one, goal oriented. They're betting the 8 right now. I think the 8 does have talent. He's won 2 out of 3 races, but he's only had 3 races. The other horse I see right now whose odds are a little higher than what I thought they'd be is the 6. So River Thames. Arad Ortiz is going to be on him. He got beat like a neck to Sovereignty. So he ran second to Sovereignty in a race at Gulfstream, one of the prep races to get into the Kentucky Derby. His odds should be lower. If the 6 is a little, if the 6 stays at 10-1, then I think he's got the second best chance to upset the 2. So you could do a trifecta, the 2 over the 3-6.
Hold on, wait. Time to get your pens and papers ready, boys and girls. This is where we start making money around here.
I got mine.
Had to reach out again.
So the value that I see right now, I mean, my big bet's going to be 2-3 and a little 3-2.
And say the last part again, Joe.
A little 3-2, like a little reverse, because the 2 is a big favorite. Okay. So a 2-3, a 3-2 is going to pay probably triple of what a 3-2 is going to be. See what I mean? So you want to make sure that you reverse it, but you want to make sure that you bet stronger on the 2 over the 3 straight, right? And then right now they're making the 8 the second choice, and I just think that he might not get a great trip. I think the 6 is at 8-1 has a much better chance to upset the 2 rather than the 8 at 4-1. So you could do the same thing with the 2-6, play a 2-6, and then do a smaller reverse of 6-2. So those would be my main bets right there. If you do a triple, and you hate to say to be safe. All right, well, we're trying to beat Sandman. Maybe we'll just flat out say we'll play the 2 over the 3-6-8, in trifectas. So we say the 2 is going to win, and the 3, 6, and the 8 are going to be second and third. And that's going to be your big trifecta bet. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It does.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't. The 2
over the 3-6-8.
Over the 3-6-8 to run second and third, and you don't have anybody else. You don't have Sandman. You don't have the 1. You're eliminating Sandman from there. So that's going to be your you got to put most of your money on that. I don't see an 8-2. I just don't see the 8 beating the 2, and not at those odds. I'd rather have the 6 beating the 2. See what I mean? Because they got 10-1 with the 6, but the 2 is going to be very tough to beat. he was almost the best horse in the Kentucky Derby. He's doing great. Um, I just
It's the
don't
same
see.
length of track, right? It's the same length of track.
It's a 16th of a mile shorter.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh, so
so
he can run
so
stronger, faster, longer.
yeah, he could run stronger, faster, and not quite as long. So
Right.
Right.
yeah, yeah, and he's breaking from the 2 hole. He's gonna save ground. I just think he's a really nice horse.
So
So
my next question to you is Bob Baffert. Um, Bob Baffert, his horses, his thing with the Kentucky Derby.
hmm,
So this is the Preakness. You don't think any of his horses are going to show out?
well, his horses only had 2 starts. He's kind of thrown them to the wolves, and he ran 2 weeks ago. So he ran on Kentucky Derby Day in a fairly like easy race, and he also had Lasix, which you can't use right now. Lasix is a drug that's permitted uh, in a lot of races except for stakes races. Um, so I just don't see, I just don't see them getting a trip, and I'm against them. So in a smaller field like this, you're either if you're a big player, then you're going to bet a lot of money on journalism to win. See what I mean? You're going to bet $100 on the two to win, like you'd bet $100 on a basketball team to beat another basketball team. At at even my at even right.
Right.
Uh, so that's where I say, even though he's got to beat 8 other horses, I think his value is right there. He's at 3-2 right now. If he stayed at 3-2, that's a great bet. So you bet $2, you get three as far as um, your profit, and the two that you bet two, you get five back total. That's three
Right.
to two on a $2 bet. I'm going to single him in my, pick fives and those sort of bets to bring more value into them, but that gets a little complicated for everybody else if they're not playing the other races. But within the race, give me a 2-3 or a 2-6, yeah, and I'll do a smaller 3-2 and 6-2, and then just a straight triple of 2 over the 3-6-8. Uh,
All right. So what about your exacta?
the exact is 2-3, 2-3, 2-6, and
Okay.
then a little
I'm sorry.
3-2. Yeah,
I didn't mean your exacta. I meant your exotic.
the exotic, the triple would be 2 over 3-6-8 over 3-6-8.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you don't want to bring more horses in there, because then there's not, then your profit is not going to be the same, because you have a strong favorite on top, and we're not using the second favorite. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so that's what I mean. Like, we're not putting the second favorite. We are using them in the triple, but we're using them with two other price horses. That the three at 9-1 and the six at 10-1.
All right.
So
So we know
okay,
Sandman doesn't have a shot.
yes,
Journalism's the
Sandman.
fake.
If Sandman runs third, I'm not going to have a good day within the race. If journalism wins, I'm going to probably have a good day. And if American Promise wins, because I got a hedge bet already from today into him, and so that bet's alive. So if American Promise, I think American Promise has got the second best chance of winning. The third best chance of winning would be the 6 horse
All right.
to
Well,
upset the two.
you got anything else for us, Joe?
That's it. That's it. To
That's it.
where yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's just hopefully, like, it's going to be a decent weather day, and it's not going to be like the race that happened today in the Black Eyed Susan, where they had to delay it for an hour because of some crazy storms. So hopefully the storms are all out of the way
Okay. Joe, it's been great. We hope to see you back. What is it? 3 weeks after this one?
in 3 weeks. Yep,
In 3 weeks.
Cedric.
That's New York. Hold on. Are you going tomorrow?
I am not going to go tomorrow because it's just it's the last day that Pimlico's going to be open until they redo it. And there's a lot of
Right.
history there. It's just, I'd rather see the place when it's new. The race is in Baltimore, and I normally go for free on somebody else's dime. So for where I want to sit and enjoy myself, yeah, I'd have to pay for it. So I don't want to do that at this point.
Got you, Joe. We thank you, man. Said looks like we covered it all, man.
Yeah, hit it all. We hit it all.
All right,
and
so
he gave us some good stuff.
So here we go. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force, First String Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Tell him, say it.
Let's go to the horses.
All right, Cedric. See you, William.
All right.
Raise hell. Hit the outro.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cash. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Say it from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in.